Oh,
Okay, yeah.
okay.
Great.
Yep.
Great. Oh, so now both of our
Yeah, it's
waveforms
mono
are
now.
one.
Yeah, it's now mono.
Fantastic.
So my dumbass decided to finally switch it so I don't have to convert it.
Fair enough.
Anyways, so would you like to give us the date and time?
Absolutely, everybody. Welcome back to Vitamin C Podcast. It is episode 58.
58.
Today is Friday, June 10th, 6/27.
It's been a week. It has been a week.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, Cody so graciously...
wait, why are the waveforms really small? Is that normal?
My waveforms are usually pretty small unless you...
Ah! Ah! Okay, we're good. No, we're
All
good.
right, so...
Okay. So I have actually written down topics this time, but I only
Yes.
discuss one
Oh.
right now,
Oh.
and then I'll let Casey just go
Okay.
to the gallows.
That sounds like a good
We'll
idea.
hang him for his crimes.
Great. It's about fucking
Those
time.
poor women.
Anyway, so your topic.
Okay, so I'm going to dictate this at random times. Could be episodes apart, could be an episode apart, but I'm going to have a current events moment. So you remember those little things back in high school we had to do if we didn't cook food for like world cultures or something?
Yeah.
We had to do like not like a current event, but like a report basically in a presentation.
Yeah.
Could you stop being a fucking bird? Crane from fucking Kung Fu Panda.
What are you talking about?
Stop. So anyways, an atrocity. Okay, that might be a little far. A major misjudgment and or lapse in judgment on YouTube's part about the whole Quantum TV versus everybody else, pretty much. So,
is this the thing we were talking about the other day?
yeah, but it got a lot worse. So on top of Quantum TV not being, charged for his crimes, the Act Man, the person who brought forth most of the information and the, addressed the issues and whatnot, got completely fucked. So an innocent man who did literally nothing wrong here, trying to do right by the community, has now been punished by YouTube. All of their videos are demonetized, which means now he was essentially fired and he can't make money, which is fucking terrible. And nothing's happening in the Quantum TV. And the Ackman...
I thought you weren't going to turn this into a drama channel. This is the second episode we've brought this
Well, this
up.
is YouTube, though. This is like... We're on here, so we
YouTube
might as well.
drama. But we're not a drama channel.
Okay,
we're not
well,
a news
it's not
outlet.
like... It's
People don't come to us for the new news on YouTube. People don't come
Like
to
I
us
said,
in general.
This is whenever the fuck I feel like it. If I got something to share, current event, then I'll share it. But
Okay, fair.
so it's pretty terrible. It's pretty fucked up, and it honestly, I almost thought about moving the podcast to just a website at that point. But then I don't know. Maybe.
Listen, as long as we aren't canceled or anything, we should be fine.
Well, it's not about
As long as
us,
we don't
though.
start shit.
Well, it's
we'll
not
be
even
okay.
about like I don't want to be under a fucking company that like.
Oh,
is
that does that shit?
Is
Oh,
that
yeah, no, that's scummy as fuck.
four-headed? Is that fucking four-headed that they promote or they allow the existence of a homophobic pile of shit over
now
a human being?
Here's the thing, though. This is YouTube we're talking about, so something like this is not exactly a surprise.
No.
So the fact that we are already here and
This
we
is
are
like
still
our
doing this...
This is like our job. Your last job, my current. I keep expecting something to change and nothing happens, but more disappointment.
All right, hang on. I'm getting a call. It might be spam. If it is spam, I'll come back and I'll sound like a beautiful bird. All right. We're gonna pause. Okay, so it was
Yep.
spam.
Anyways, that's
Okay.
I'm pretty fucking disgusted. I'm pretty fucking disgusted right now with YouTube. Like,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we have our other platforms. We've got Anchor. We've got Spotify.
Yeah, fuck YouTube.
We've got
Even though we're
Google
based on YouTube.
Podcast.
Yeah, we don't. Well, technically, yeah, no, we don't need YouTube.
We are.
We
everywhere.
don't need you.
Well,
I like YouTube, but most of our listens are. I mean, YouTube's a good place, but Spotify's where it's at, homie, and so is Google Podcasts.
yes,
and-
Spotify is the place for, like, if we have our podcast going, it's where we take it. We continue with this on Spotify. It's nice and steady.
Yeah, if
YouTube.
anything ever happens on YouTube, we're just gonna move to a different platform.
Oh, for sure. But for right now, this is our main base of operation.
But even outside, I'm just disgusted. I'm honestly just fucking disgusted and pissed off. Because that shit, I guess I'm just hyped up from all the dumb shit I have to deal with. Oh my god! Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this no name dropping and everything. But,
Bop it.
got fired today. Or yesterday.
Wait, who? Don't. Don't.
No?
Just give me a name. Not the name. Give me like a nickname, perhaps. Something I would.
Adrian.
Why does that not help me?
So-and-so's son.
Oh.
But he's like...
Oh.
60. Yes.
Oh, that
Yeah, that
guy.
asshole, yeah.
Oh.
Well, he finally got canned.
Ooh.
And they're starting to crack down on a bunch of people because they went and they took a bunch of people who had really bad, like call outs and shit. And they're like, they took them up to the office apparently one by one and said, look,
See, now here's the thing. If they're going to be going down on a crackdown of the people who make that company shit, they're not going to have a company.
Yeah, sadly.
That is the entirety
sadly,
of that whole squadron
the worst.
there.
Okay.
Well,
so
maybe not the entirety. There's a few.
Today I was talking to,
Boy, you're really struggling with this one.
I'm struggling with like fake names.
Britchel. That's a fake name.
Okay, Britchel. And then I'm gonna mouth the real one.
Okay, you got it.
Britchel. I'm gonna type it.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I know you don't want to dox in the worst way, but we gotta find a better way for this. Okay.
So
We're calling him Britchel.
Britchel. Poor Britchel.
It
We
rhymes.
like Britchel. So I was talking to him today, and my mom was translating because he's a millennial.
Good old Britchel.
And they speak a different language. Well, anyways. Also, I saw
Oh god.
Big Man Slam.
Oh, Big Man Slam.
I saw Big Man Slam. We were both in the parking lot. He's like, "Oh, you did a good job," because I was repainting the lines.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
You had to have the neck crane.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
he's like, "Oh, yeah, whatever." And then Britchel started talking to him, and Big Man Slam walked away, and he's like, "Oh, okay, you're walking away." I was just like,
Wait, Britchel was walking away from Big Man Slam?
no, Big Man Slam was walking away from Britchel. And I was
Come
just
on,
like, I
how
was
is
just
business
like,
supposed to get done
I
if you're not
was-
going to talk?
I was like, this is so depressing. What is this? This is a joke.
Big man
but
Slam
anyways-
saw Britchell coming and just went.
Well,
The SpongeBob
he was
meme of him getting up out of the
Britchell
chair.
was starting to millennial, but it wasn't really that bad. So Big Man Slam left, and then
All right.
me and Britchell were
Britchell.
me and Britchell were fucking talking, and fucking
Oh god, we got another one. Britchell, Big Man Slam. Who else we got?
bagel bites.
Bagel
Racist
Bites. Okay.
bagel bites. I don't even
Oh.
need to. I don't even need to write the name down for that one.
Oh.
So racist bagel bites. We were talking about him, and I'm like, you know, he's had a few assistants or whatever, and you know, I'm really not trying to go back to stuff with Munchie, the Munchie. Fucking, it's an '80s movie.
Bop it.
Or is it Grutchy? No, it's Munchie. Munchie?
Grutchy.
Grutchy. It's a movie from the 80s. These little creatures, little fucked up creatures. That's what this person
A
looks like.
dubious
Anyways,
little creature.
So I'm
getting
not
up
trying to go back to my
mischief.
own area that I fucking made, because that person is so vile and stupid and insane. And so I'm like thinking about it, and the closer and closer I get to us going back to that, the more anxiety I'm getting, because I'm like, fuck, I can't go to production because guess what? I'll be physically fucked and just in pain all the time.
Yeah.
And then can't go to the front because Mini Mussolini, and then they're terrible, and that whole place is fucked up. And then can't go to shipping because they're going to grab people from shipping to do the houses stuff, and that means that I would be grabbed because, oh, you used to do it. So, you know, automatic right back where I started. So I said, I'm like, is there any, you know, like, because there's like a bunch of shit to do. Like Fridays, I get it. We're doing the odd jobs on Fridays, but like during the summer, like I get it goes slow, but wouldn't it make more sense to have like a team or a crew or something instead of trying to let people go because it's slow and all this other stuff? And he started millennialing off Britchell.
Good old
And
Britchell.
so I'm like, look, I'm like, well, maybe because racist bagel bites doesn't have a little helper anymore.
Oh,
what the
no.
fuck was that?
My phone fell off my lap.
He doesn't have a helper anymore because the last guy threatened an employee's life and was gonna go grab a gun from his car that he was hiding at the factory for
Gun.
days that doesn't run.
Quotation
And then
marks.
they found a bunch of drugs on him. Anyways,
Oh.
so I'm like, you know, I could do that. I could learn that shit. It's not hard. I've seen drug addicts do it. I could probably do it better because I'm not high. So it seems like you know, it's easy shit. And I'm like, I'd be away from the fuckheads.
Aye.
And then, and I'm like, you know, I have no problem telling racist bagel bites that he needs to get off his ass and go do something.
Oh, I was thinking racist bagel bites was someone else.
No, racist bagel. Ha 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 ha!
Oh,
That's racist bagel bites.
Oh,
By the way, people, I apologize for all the like the references that nobody's gonna understand. They're not inside jokes. They're literally just
Well, they
identifiers.
kind of are.
They kind of are, but they're more identifiers to just people we worked with, and they're
Yeah, that's racist bagel bites. All
racist
right.
bagel bites.
Yep.
So hopefully, maybe I won't have to. And
Well, let's
get to
hope,
do something different.
because that place is nothing but a shit show.
Shit box.
I'd say freak show, but at least freaks of dignity.
That's a fact.
But in other news, we'll try and lighten up the thing here.
You said you had a topic.
Well, yeah, not much of a topic, just something to gloss over. Just yesterday, Summer Games Fest kicked off. The first presentation by Jeff Keighley happened, and we got some
What is that?
We got Summer Game Fest is basically our not E3 this year. Bunch of reveals and shit happening, and I think it's supposed to be weekend long. But
Okay.
like yesterday was today was the first day for it.
The door open?
Is it door open?
No.
Okay.
Just loud.
And there were reveals. Nothing absolutely groundbreaking for me.
Okay.
It was kind of just a little whatever. We got a lot of shit about The Last of Us Remastered and The
Yeah.
Last of Us HBO show.
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
The Last of Us is having an HBO show,
Why?
which is kind of pointless when we know the entire story of the game from the fucking game. But that's okay.
Oh, good. You're gonna have characters I don't care about.
There's no point in having a show of a game that you already know the entire story of because you play the fucking story in the game.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, they're probably not going to do that, and what they're going to do is make a whole new story from somebody else that's maybe related but not really related.
They're using Ellie and Joel.
Oh, they're doing a direct thing.
Yes, they're doing Joel and Ellie.
Oh, good. So we're going to get a snippet of what the real story
what we should have
is.
done was just leave the fucking first game alone. Let it be what it was. Because the first game, great. I like Last
first
of Us.
game-
The first one's fine.
Deserves so much praise.
Oh,
The
absolutely.
second one is kind of shit. I see what you were doing. I get it. Like, it's a cool message. I get it. But it's a shitty game. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I was not pleased.
It was just not that good. And you can't... Like, I get it. Like, oh, the lack of permanence is like the message. I'm like, this isn't the game series to do it for.
Well, I mean,
I said there are better games to do it for than this. You just ruined a potential franchise if you had one, or a game.
we all know what was happening at the beginning of the second game was bound to happen eventually. I know that's one of the reasons you're mad.
Yeah, but,
But
spoiler alert. by the
Joel's
way.
dead.
Joel would have died peacefully, motherfucker, or from a disease, or he would have turned like Lee did. How about some cool throwback to another awesome game series? But
Either way.
no,
Either
beat
way,
his head in with
we're-
a golf club.
No. We're getting
Okay,
getting a
yeah,
little.
I'm getting salty.
we're-
I'm getting salty.
We're getting on the Last of Us train, and no one ever comes off the Last of Us train. So we're just gonna
What a
Don't let that
lovely
go.
day!
witness me. No. Anyway. So
Oh
we got some Last of Us news. We saw a trailer for Black Adam. The Rock was
I thought it was
The
good
Rock
looking.
had a
I'm a little,
segment,
I'm really hoping.
but I mean, Summer
I'm really
Games
hoping
Fest.
the villain. I'm really hoping the villain line of DC movies aren't shit like the
I don't know.
heroes.
Either
Because the
way,
hero ones were shit.
Either way.
Sorry.
The Rock had his thing. He plugged his energy drink.
He has an energy drink.
Yeah, it's called Zoa, I think. I think it's called Zoa. But he had a segment. And then we got some new looks into like already existing things. Like for example, the spiritual successor to Dead Space, the Callisto Protocol.
But I thought they were
got
making. No, they're remastering it.
No, the Callisto Protocol is essentially a spiritual successor to Dead Space. Like it's devs from the old teams
Oh, okay.
making like a new project, but
Okay.
the bitch is basically just Dead Space. Callisto Protocol looks fine, looks good, very
Sounds good.
spooky,
Sounds good.
very brutal,
I like
as
those
Dead
games.
Space always has been in the past. A lot of space horror stuff, like a lot of very spacey horror shit coming out. You got Callisto Protocol, you got a thriller called Fort Solace. Troy Baker's in it.
Troy Baker. I'm bad with names.
He's been in a lot of things. Oh, I'm trying to think of the one that you would most recognize him from. He was the villain. He was a villain in like the main villain in what's it called? Death Stranding. He was Revolver
Stranding.
Ocelot in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Death Stranding.
The one with Norman Reedus.
I didn't play it.
Fucking how? There's got to be someone. He's a famous voice actor for games. Like
I'll trust you.
he's in that league with like Nolan North and Matt Mercer.
Well,
He's,
yeah,
like,
the
in that
name pops
circle.
up in my head. I just can't put a face.
Either way, that's like a thriller thing coming out. Then you also have this thing called what was it called? Oh, Routine. It's very like Alien Isolation-y, but it's like robots instead of like the aliens. It's like
Yeah.
weird looking creepy robots. And there is also an Aliens game coming out. Aliens Dark. What was it, like Dark Descent or something?
Maybe.
Something along those lines. But it looks
Yeah.
like it's going to be either a top-down shooter, like twin stick kind of thing, where you're.
Sorry, I had to fix this mic.
Anyway, it looks like it's either like a top-down twin stick thing, like move with one, aim with, and shoot with the other stick, like those old classic arcade things.
Okay.
It's either one of those, or it's like an XCOM style, like real-time strategy kind
I'm
of
not
thing.
a fan of those.
But there's a lot of like space shit coming
Well,
out.
if you think about it, I think it's called Starfield or something.
Yeah,
Bethesda's
the
coming
Bethesda
out with
title.
that. There's a bunch of companies coming out with.
Well, it's just, I
things
mean,
like
it's
that.
easy to
Plus,
do.
Plus, fucking Dead Space is, I think last time I checked, getting remastered.
Well, if it is and if it isn't, I mean,
be
it's
wrong,
definitely being reborn
Yeah.
in like a new skin now, because Callisto Protocol is basically just
Yeah.
Dead Space. Like, you look at that trailer, you're like, oh, hey, is this Dead Space 4? No, it's Callisto Protocol.
It could be, but it's not.
But we also got Street Fighter 6 got a trailer for a new character. We got to see Guile. If you remember Guile, he's like the American, like
the douchebag.
the
soldier.
American soldier, but he's got like the
Yeah.
hair that goes up like this.
I hate
and
it.
it like
I
stuff
hate
to the
it's so
top.
stupid.
He looks all right.
So
He looks pretty
stupid
good.
looking.
Goat Simulator 3. We are getting a new Goat Simulator.
Wow, that is something I did not expect. To
Yeah,
hear
we're getting a new
again,
Goat
ever
Simulator. It's
in
technically
my
the
life.
second game, but they're calling it 3.
What do you mean?
Like, they didn't. I don't think Goat Simulator had a proper 2.
Yeah,
I
it
think
did.
it?
Oh.
Oh, well, I guess I must have missed it. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like big Metal
thought-
Hellsinger dropped
Don't know what
a
that
demo. The thing I was telling you about.
Oh,
I downloaded the demo tonight. Super excited to try that out. Yeah, nothing like super like grabbing
Mind-blowing.
for me.
yeah. No,
I'm hoping there's
games
more.
are struggling to grab
Like
me.
I think one of the most things I was most excited about was seeing Guile, because I think Street Fighter 6 looks absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just been kind of meh
So
far. Unless I think they might be doing more reveals this weekend, but I don't know. I'm really hoping for some groundbreaking news.
I'd like some interesting things. Oh shit! That reminds me. Before I get into a story,
Okay.
okay. So you know how I watch Asmongold.
Oh, do you? The same guy who changed his fucking Discord profile picture to his face? Yes, go on. Never would have guessed.
It's Sleepy Asmon. That is a meme.
Never would have guessed.
Anyways, so
I was wrong.
him
Cody
and
doesn't simp
OTK.
for Elon Musk. He simps
Him-
for fucking Asmongold. I was wrong.
him and OTK.
I don't know what that is either.
It's just a group of streamers. It's like Ms. Kiff and them and all them motherfuckers. They had their own version, essentially, of like an E3, with really cool games and whatever. And there was like kind of like a competition where game devs got smaller game devs got the opportunity to win. I think first place is $30,000. And I think a computer to help power their game development and shit. And second place was 20,000 in the computer. I can't remember the rest, but I didn't get to watch it yet. But it's 3 hours long. It's funny as shit so far. It has Soda Poppin', and I think Sear or somebody else. Well, if you don't know, the fans might. All 13 of them. Lord, gee.
I don't know
um,
streaming culture that much.
But I know I'm not huge into Twitch streaming culture either, but I'm not. Just I usually catch VODs.
Oh, shit.
But it looks cool. It looks fun. What were you saying?
I was just going to say that the spiritual successor to Until Dawn also just got
Oh.
released. So be sure
There's
to be
only-
ready to see that on YouTube.
There is only one of those games that I liked, and it was the motherfucking
House of Ashes, the one where like all the vampires come out.
yeah, House of Ashes was the only good one
See-
in my opinion.
I
Don't
don't know, but
I
this,
only want- I
the new
only
one's
liked
called The
House of
Quarry,
Ashes.
and it's pretty Until Dawn in the sense where it's like a group of kids at like a
Oh.
campground.
I even hated Until Dawn.
But we'll see how this one goes because you're gonna see it on YouTube.
Yeah, I am probably gonna
So,
watch Charlie.
It's very good YouTube content.
Or not Charlie, but one of the Charles.
So yeah, be ready for that.
Okay, so I have to correct past me on a
We're gonna
story
have to
that I
bend
told.
fucking. We're gonna have to bend past you over and fucking. Come on, bitch. Where's the money? Where's the fucking money? Go on.
What is this? The Big Lebowski?
Where's the money, Lebowski?
With the money, Lebowski. But no, a story I told on the cast quite a while back about my first
old story.
sleepover.
My first sleepover.
I was very wrong. So it's a lot worse than I thought it was. So being a kid, obviously my perspective is very jaded.
Let's
And I don't
take it
remember
back.
So, bring it back now, y'all. Three houses time. Okay. Anyways, so there I was, going to the house. I didn't know this at the time, but it was a trailer park. Yeah.
That explains you.
Well, what the fuck? You piece of shit.
Gotcha.
Fuck you. Anyways, so I go to the trailer park, meet
So
up
I go
with
to the
my
trailer
friend, and I had medication for my ADHD, which is basically speed at the time, I think.
I was taking speed.
I was taking speed in pill form, because I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. But so my mom only packed one of it.
One of my speed, a singular
A
speed.
singular speed.
I only packed one speed.
Because she didn't really. She was very protective in certain ways.
I'm trying to remember this story to begin with.
But anyways, dude, it was a while back I told this. It might not even be there. It might be one of the old episodes that got deleted.
Anyway, continue.
But
Trailer park, go on.
Trailer park. So I get there. You know, it's the one oh it's the one I think you and Kyle were there for. I think I told you guys where I woke up in the middle of the night like crying and freaking the fuck out because I had to pee so bad, and then they asked me the next morning, do you remember
Crying and
like,
pissing?
yeah, well, crying last night, and I said no, and I looked crazy because I said no instead of
I
saying
don't
yes.
remember it, but go
We
on.
watched the the Goosebumps plants in the basement. Dad.
Oh, that
fucking-
guy.
yeah,
Is that the
yeah,
guy
that
who... No, that's a different guy. Go on.
But anyways, so to correct that story, so I get there, all that shit happens, as it did originally, I think, and turns out it was by the way, my crush and this person were not related. That was also something I had to correct. The grandmother, who was fucking senile apparently,
Should have gave her some speed.
and the mother would not let me take my medicine. So they took that shit and tried to steal it and whatever. And they also took my phone and my flip phone and stole that shit. And then they apparently gave us nonstop sugar and soda and all sorts of horrible shit. And meanwhile, the mother was drunk knocked the fuck out in her bedroom. And the grandmother was there not understanding the situation. And apparently there was a bunch of grown-ass men there watching these kids run around because they're all fucking sugared out. We ate candy for breakfast. We ate candy. So a bunch of these little fucking shits are running around freaking out while there's a bunch of grown men and a senile old woman watching them. And the mother was drunk in the bedroom. And
Wow.
Kid was fine. Kid was never nothing wrong with him. Shitty mom, I guess.
Nothing wrong with him.
No, nothing wrong with him. He didn't, he's our age. He didn't, it's whatever. But so my mom had to that morning we were supposed to leave early, and I was gonna go see redacted name, and we were gonna go to, like, I don't know if it was Dutch Wonderland or whatever the fuck it was, something fun for kids.
I love Dutch Wonderland.
And we were gonna have a great time. Well, anyways, meanwhile, because of the whole incident the night before, I get hot too, so I took all my PJs off.
You get hot? No.
Well, anyways, this was before I was fat. So fuck you. I get really hot. Gotcha. And so I took all my PJs off. I was just in my underwear and in the sleeping bag. And then I guess when we were in the morning, all sugared out and freaking out, all these children were running around. Ya boy was in his tighty whities fucking running around with everybody else. Nobody else was undressed except for me. So I was bouncing off the fucking walls because I didn't have my I didn't have my meds, pretty much. So your boy's like, whoa, yeah, oh, like a crackhead. And anyways, so she lied about that. My mom kind of had to get had to force the mom to whatever, I don't remember. And she wouldn't. She's like, there was only one, and it's like, I know, because I don't take, because it's speed. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking. You don't want to take that to a stranger's house and let your kid just.
Yeah, I only take one because speed.
Like, no, motherfuckers would steal meds. You know
like,
what I mean?
What the hell?
Like people stole meds. You know what I mean? Like,
people still steal meds.
Yeah, like, and that's not because they're from a trailer park. It's like
speed.
You go to a rich person's house, that motherfucker steal your medication.
I think your fucking like bouncy
I
leg
am.
thing you're
I'm
doing
touching
is
the
fucking
table.
with
It's
my
my
mic.
bad.
Oh no, it's just moving in general.
What a fat bitch. Anyway, so horrible experience. Didn't even know. And then there was a Halloween party that I invited them to a while down the line and whatever, because we were still friends.
Ooh, he's scared.
And Halloween was a bop at my grandparents'.
Halloween always a bop.
And we had a huge Halloween party, whatever. Well, anyways, the mom showed up drunk and was trying to. Turns out, by the way, this whole time, the bitch had my phone. And they try to say they found it in a parking lot at a Walmart. In reality, she was drunk calling, using my phone to drunk call her baby daddy in Texas.
Okay, sorry. Wow.
Yeah.
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 Smacking things in
So that's why my phone went missing.
Wow.
Very nice. Anyways, at the Halloween party, the kid I was in school with or whatever, he had a little brother, like little brother. Well, anyways, we were all telling stories and shit, like, ooh, spooky stories and shit. And the little kid was trying to talk, and the mother was just heckling the shit out of him. She wouldn't shut the fuck up.
You suck! I never should have gave birth to you.
No, but like
I almost went to Gilbert Gottfried.
She just wouldn't. Yeah, right. But she just wouldn't let him talk. So, and I'm like, I vaguely remember that too. Like I was just confused. But yeah, so that's the horrible truth of that story. Completely way worse. Apparently they're fucking crazy. Because they thought it would be okay for a senile old woman and a bunch of grown ass men, strangers. By the way, nobody knows them. To watch kids go fucking off the walls while the mother is drunk in the next room.
Good old Cody's fucking hellbilly sleepover.
Honestly,
Wow.
after
Best night of my life. No.
no, it's not. Definitely not.
There's no way in hell. Is that a rock? How?
No, you bringing rocks into my room?
No. This is Raditz's fucking leg.
He's trying to come with you.
No, dude, like, okay, before this started, I was trying to fix the little Raditz nano block, which is still falling apart, by the way. I dropped the leg, and I couldn't find it on the floor. Apparently it was in my shoe. I don't know how it got in my shoe.
Well, you are wearing high tops.
You
It's
leave
not
my
that
high tops
crazy.
alone.
But yeah, no. Apparently Cody's childhood is just really fucked up. Was chased around it was chased around a classroom with a chair because this one kid had anger issues and he was racist against white people, which is fucking crazy.
You can't be racist against white people.
I'm
sorry.
I love people that say shit like that. They're so dumb.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Jokes.
But,
Anyway.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that sounds amazing.
Then Dog Dick Timon.
Good old
Good old Dog Dick Timon. That turned out to be a lot worse than I thought as well. I'm not getting into that one.
Oh, well, we can't. You can't just.
No.
Come on.
Because there's too many details.
Summarize.
Mom was sleeping around. And
Holy shit.
And the only two people in Dog Dick Timon's life that kept him sane left. And then he went insane, like his mother.
Fair enough. Good summary.
Yeah. So
Oh boy,
your boys
howdy.
had a fucked up,
Boy, howdy.
but very sheltered because I didn't know all of this until I got older. So it must have been not that bad. That's not true. Well, the raising part was fine, but the horrible people. I apparently attract horrible people into my life. So that's fun.
That's
Also, so now I'm going to.
I can't think of any like crazy backwoods stories of my own. Like I don't think I have any like childhood scarring
You don't have
memories like that.
Like, racist family members and
Oh well, I mean everyone's got
everybody's
racist
got
family
racist
members.
family
Um,
You're from PA, you got racist family. Doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. If you're from PA, you got
also,
racist
if you
family.
say that no one's racist in your family, it's you.
It's probably you.
I'm kidding. Jokes. Or am I? Oh no. But yeah, I can't really think of anything like. I think the chainsaw story at the fairground, I think, was like the most physically or like emotionally scarring for me. Yeah. So like I can't really think of anything. I feel like my childhood has been, fairly tame.
That's good.
But then again, you don't remember like the first like 4 years of your life. So like there's probably some
Probably
like
some fucked up
shady shit back there. I'm gonna have to like ask my ma or someone or like my dad for stories.
Yeah.
To see if I can find something.
You remember do you remember yeah, it's gone. It's fucking it left. It's like, nah, we're not doing this.
I just watched an angel rise to heaven.
So anyways, Casey,
Oh, you have another topic. God damn, you are slamming the table
My
today, boy.
mother has been using a Cody method recently.
Oh.
So, my mom. All right, hold on. In my mind, no, that's a. You don't get that joke. Okay. How do I fucking start this? So you know how every now and again, and by every now and again I mean every single time we talk, at least once, I'll have like a haha moment, but it'll be
Oh!
no, like a haha, like a comeback, but it's completely wrong or in the wrong setting or the wrong
Oh,
place.
yeah.
I use it wrong.
Like when you say these nuts in the wrong context or your mom.
Yeah. And
You're
my
not
mom has decided that these nuts was her new favorite thing to say. And so at random points, and not even like on my level, but on like a corny parent level, she's like she won't even set it up. She won't even, you know who else likes blah blah blah.
These nuts.
Like she exactly like
Like what?
she won't even do that. Like that's a me type beat, but like she'll be like, oh, what the fuck?
Remember these nuts and you.
No, she just like these nuts, like these nuts. Like if you say something, right, and you're like you're not arguing with her, but you're like no, mom, that's not how that works. These nuts.
I can like hear it. Oh no.
And
Oh, that's terrible.
yeah, it's pretty fucking terrible. She's ruining
See,
it.
for you, it's your mom. For her, it's these nuts.
Also, I just want to tell everybody out there that
Yeah? What?
if you
Is
got
it
a
gone?
ceiling fan, right?
Yeah.
If you got a ceiling fan, I touched his
What the
mic.
fuck? He's moving my mic away from me.
If you got
You talk from there now.
if you got a ceiling fan, right?
Yeah.
And you see the fan blades drooping a little, take
Okay.
a screwdriver and tighten them so they don't fly at your fucking head and wake you up in the morning. Because that happened to me in middle school. Did I ever tell you about this? This was before the time of the Drevels.
The Drevels.
Before the fucking
The Drevels popsicle. No, the Devil's tricycle.
yeah. Before that, before the
Uh-oh.
oh shit, what is that called? No, it's here. I just what is the Blue Eyes Bilbo the White Noise
the
Dragon?
White Noise Dragon.
Yeah, before that meme.
What the fuck? Strange meme.
It was because my mic made a buzzing sound, and I don't know where the rest came from.
Bilbo the White Noise
I think there was a
Dragon.
meme in chat about Bilbo Baggins, and then Blake's into Yu-Gi-Oh, so it was funny. I don't know, but anyways.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Fuck you. So yeah, I was rudely awoken with a fan blade on my chest, and like from a window being smacked. Like I thought a bird hit my window at Mach 5. Like it was like I don't want to break my window.
Yeah, don't
anything.
go hit your window.
So, but it was like, okay, that didn't work at all.
Did you just spill coffee all over yourself? Oh my god.
Fucking animal.
Fucking Neanderthal looking ass.
Ooga booga. I just licked it off my arm.
This also coming from the dude who, when I pulled up to the house, was sitting outside in his socks, his shorts, his t-shirt, complaining about whipped cream on the phone. Just order it!
That's not what happened.
Just buy the whipped cream! Who else eats the whipped cream?
I was okay. Hold on, run it back. Hold on. First of all, I've had a long day. All right, it's been a week. Okay, I get home. I'm like, I hear boop, boop, boop.
That's a phone.
I'm like, yes. And then I go into my mom's first because I'm like, her phone's ringing. It's probably Dave, right? Go look, hey Dave. And then I'm like, hello. It doesn't sound like he doesn't sound like whatever the fuck that was.
Hello.
But so he's talking to me, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna want to talk to mom. So I head outside because my mom's out there gardening, and like chopping up bushes and shit. And I'm like, oh, the lawn chair. And I'm like, okay. And so I go pop a squat. I have my iced coffee that I made.
The same one he just licked off his arm, by the way.
Yep. And I'm like, okay. And Dave's like, well, I was going to call, see if you need anything on the way home. I'm like, okay, we need milk, water, Diet Pepsi, and you know what? Grab whipped cream. He's like, no. And I'm like, what do you mean, no? And he's like, no, you just gotta stick it in your mouth and eat it. You're just gonna shot it. And
it's funny because I can hear it.
I'm like, so? I'm like, that's what we do. I said we need it. Like, wait, we both eat it. Like we.
Oh my god.
And whatever. And he's like, no, because then I don't get it. And blah blah blah. And I'm like, talk. And I'm like, Dave. And I hear you come up behind me, right? And I'm like,
by jingling.
Yeah. Well, and I'm like, great. Now Casey's gonna witness this. And
I just sat and listened.
So I'm like, Dave, when do you use the whipped cream? When? On what item do you use the whipped cream? I've never seen you use whipped cream. And he goes, I don't. And I'm like, then why is it a problem? Just buy it. And he's like, why? So you could eat it all? And I'm like, no, because two of us in this house want it. I love Dave.
What? No, I'm not getting you whipped cream.
That's
no, you don't. You don't eat them.
Even though
you gotta get the.
It's literally the face rub, dude. Like he's refreshing his screen. He's literally refreshing his face.
He's got to refresh.
Yo,
reload.
He's on only 8 gigabytes of RAM. Oh no.
Oh man. Anyway,
he's great.
I guess I could try and tell a story here. So, firstly, originally the plan was where we're living at now, my mom and I, is an unfortunate housing arrangement that we're not entirely thrilled with, but we had gotten news that we could possibly get into a new home, a new household, and that's great. We're not doing that anymore, unfortunately.
What happened?
So, financial. But that's not the excuse we're using with said roommate that we are currently with. So, I've been in a kind of like a shamble, I've been kind of in a shitty rut.
Burned out.
I've been staying up until like 4 o'clock. I've been sleeping until like noon. I've been on the job market too, but they've done nothing to help me. Update on that. I actually went in and I saw the hiring manager of the place that I was going to do it. Yeah, they offered that job to someone else. And then but the person who they offered it to did not yet come in for their drug test, so they're just going to keep me in the post. And I also asked them about another job area that they had, and I told them I'd be willing to work that too. So now it's just play it by ear. Anywho, so
did you look at that thing at all?
Not yet. But right now, I'm in a bit of a shithole.
Yeah.
I did just get some more cash in, so I have a little bit more of a cushion. So I'm okay for now. We'll see how long that lasts.
I'm poor right now.
Same. Anyway, and my first time being like, wow, I've lost control of my life was last night.
Nice.
Technically this morning.
Nice.
I'm doing whatever. I'm playing Returnal on the PS5. I'm having fun with that. I'm getting back into it. It's like, yeah, this is a good fucking game. I like this game. It's challenging. It's fresh. It looks nice. And then I'm like, you know what? I could eat something right now. I could absolutely eat something right now. So I went downstairs and I had this great idea. I've been buying I've just gotten into these chips. They're called spicy Cajun crawtators.
Interesting.
They're by what is that brand? They make like these voodoo chips too. It's that same brand. But I had some left, and I'm like, yo, I can make something out of this. That yesterday, my ma had the grandchildren. So we were, we played around outside, yada yada yada, all that jazz, and we had made burgers, hot dogs, and brats out on the grill, and I was like, there's still something left. So what I did was I played fucking experimental mode, and I was like, here's what I'm gonna do, right?
Well, all those go really good with any chips.
I opened up the bun. I made a brat first. I wanted to experiment. I made a brat. Opened up the bun, took some spicy Cajun crawtators and layered them on that bun. Then I threw the brat on top.
Crumbled? Or...
Yeah, well, I just kind of layered them in there.
Okay.
I should have crumbled them, but I just kind of like... And then brat on top, and I put some mustard on that brat. I was originally... Because we're out of beer and brat mustard, and that's like my jam.
Okay.
But we just had normal mustard, so... And I ate that, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking great. I wonder what a burger would be like.
Oh, shit.
So I made a burger, and I put the crawtators on the bottom of the burger.
Yeah.
I put that. It was good.
Okay.
But it wasn't as good as the brat.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, that's good. I wonder what a hot dog would be like. But then I stopped myself. I'm like, it is like 3:30 in the fucking morning. And I am sitting down here alone in the kitchen. In the, like, essentially the dark.
God, you're giving me anxiety.
Basically,
holy shit,
eating food while everyone else is... I'm like rat moding at like 3:30 in the morning.
That's making me depressed.
And
should I open a Patreon for you?
Dude.
Jesus Christ.
I stopped myself. Like, I had the container of like burger, brat, hot dog, like in my hands. And I'm like,
yep.
Oh my god. And I closed the container.
Okay, but it's not like you ordered out and you broke and you're like,
no.
Then you look at your food and stare at yourself internally and it's.
But this is not what I should be doing at 3:30 in the morning. I should not be awake at 3:30 in the morning.
Well, that's just a part of the sleep schedule problem.
Like, it's just... I've been a mess.
You've hit an existential crisis. And at this point... You need to get the fuck out. Seriously, go. Get the fuck out. No,
listen,
no,
we've been up and down that bridge. We'll get to it. Unfortunately, financially, there's nothing I can do in that range. So, until I get any sort of thing, this is where I'm at. And this is what we're doing. This is just life, Life kicks you in the balls sometimes. And I've been kicked in the balls a few times lately, but that's okay, That's life. I went into like Macho Man for a second, but that's okay.
Cream of the crop.
Life likes to kick you. Life likes to kick you in the balls.
Yo, whatever you're feeling down, Casey, just pop on that man's
Dude,
beats.
I could watch those all day. God, it's just... Eating late at night, like, just looking like a slob, just fucking... Oh.
You mean my primal instincts?
it's just been rough, man.
No,
Like, I have been in a shit place. I haven't been able to do any of the work I wanted to do on the computer. The most work I get done is either A, when I'm making a thumbnail,
Yeah.
or B, I'm on like Hero Forge and I'm making
Yep.
fun little minis. Because that's like, a nice little thing to do, but
It's cool, but it doesn't get you.
no, it
anything.
doesn't get anything done. Like, I have had ideas. I've been thinking of like things to do and all that jazz, and like I've wanted to start making small, short, cut and print D&D little experiences for the podcast here and there, just like little tiny things that we could actually do like properly, just like little snippets, like hour long, like
Well,
our
then
usual.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. We'll get together, and we're gonna get a spot to do this shit. I don't want to do it at either of our houses. We need to go down to like the park or something, and like literally sit down at a pavilion and brainstorm for a few hours, and figure out what we're gonna do, and figure out game plans every week. At least once a week. I think that's a good place. It'd be, first of all, it's a familiar place that's doesn't have any bad memories really, except for that one time I had to run away from a drug deal, in the middle of the night. And the more I talk, the more the more my life is fucked up. Anyways,
I still feel like you dramatized that one a little more than you think you are.
that was a drug deal.
No, that was a drug
I've
deal.
seen a drug deal, Casey. That's a drug deal.
Oh yeah, you've seen a drug deal.
That man walked into the darkness in his big puffy orange coat and camo pants. And he left his car door open with the headlights on, and then the Jeep, who actually is there quite a bit late at night until the cops rolled up. That Jeep is definitely something to do with drugs. So yeah, it's great.
Well.
But anyways, I think that'd be a really cool. Not really cool. I think that'd be really healthy for us both. I think if we could just say fuck this, and then fuck your shit, and just go hang out at a place that we grew up, and kind of leave all that shit behind, and maybe we'll be able to get stuff done. Because I've been struggling myself to get anything done. Sorry. By the way, before I come over tomorrow for the hangout, I have to go get glasses. So
Okay.
that should be fun.
Yeah, that's fine. That's whatever. That's fine. Oh man, God, I still feel like I'm gonna like puke.
Well, yeah, you're in a shitty spot and it feels like shit. And
Well, not just that, but like I'm like full of like liquid and like I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
why don't
oh
you
my
eat some like bread?
bread. Yeah, I could try that. I might do that when I get back. That's fine. But I actually have to take a wicked piss and get all the urine out of my dick
Well,
and penis.
We're approaching an hour here. Do you want to cut it short?
Yeah. I guess we can just end it with some final thoughts here. Let's see.
Your thoughts?
I'm doing fine. Like I'm not.
You're not dead.
I'm not dead. I'm not dying. I'm well ish. But like I'm trucking, so everything is all right. I'm fine. Things are being adjusted and reorganized at the moment, so we'll get that all figured out. But in the meantime, thank you everybody again for joining us on another wonderful episode of the Vitamin C Podcast.
Yes. Go check us out on Anchor, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. We are here based on YouTube, but that could change.
That could change.
Anyways, I don't know how to end this.
I got it.
Do you?
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
Goodbye.